Morning and happy Wednesday. Today is May 2nd, 2018. This is my week 47 post VSG surgery update. I do know that it has been quite a while since I've done an update, and all I can say is that life has been getting in the way, throwing in some bumps and obstacles. I knew that things were going to get a little bit busy and hectic, but I combined that with procrastination, and it has now been several weeks since my last update, so I do apologize to everybody. So I'm so sorry, but let's go ahead and jump in there with my stats. Back in November of 2016, I joined my bariatric program based out of Bay State Medical Center in Springfield, Massachusetts, weighing 234 pounds. On my day of surgery, which was June 5th, 2017, I weighed 219 pounds, and as of this morning, I weighed 128.6 pounds. Woo! Right? And I will say that as far as the scale goes these past few weeks, it really hasn't moved a lot. I've been bouncing between 129 and 128. Not much of a real difference there. But I haven't been doing anything, I don't know, to push more of a weight loss or a weight gain. I've just been doing what I'm doing and trying to maintain, to be honest with you. I was fine at the low 130s, so, you know, that I think as long as I can stay under 135 and not dip down below 125, that is pretty much my happiness place. And I'm going to give it, you know, I'm not going to say a 5-pound difference. I'm going to go ahead and give it 10 pounds of a difference because, you know, plus or negative, it's okay. So that's where I'm at as far as my weight goes. I'm still wearing a size 4 pant, but they are getting baggy on me. I know, again, that I missed my monthly measurement and weigh-in and kind of evaluation on week 44. My next one is due on week 48, so because it is week 47 for me, I'm not going to do it this week, but I am going to definitely come in next week and give my measurements and all of that jazz. But, so let's see, as far as what's new with me as with the VSG stuff, I have noticed that foods that I had a very difficult time tolerating, I am now having an easier time tolerating different foods. Not the meats though. It's still, beef is way out. Ground meats of any type is way out. I can't look at them. I can't touch them. I can't smell them. I just, no go for me. However, I did make ribs, and I was able to eat those. I ended up choosing to do a dry rub on them, and I was able to eat those, so that was awesome because I have been craving ribs for a long time, and I just really haven't done dry rubs. I would do a dry rub back before I had surgery. You know, I do the dry rub and then I coat it up with my barbecue sauce. So I just didn't coat it with any sauce at all, and it came out really good. I've also been exploring different sauces as well. I've been really utilizing that avocado like to this no end. I have found much happiness using that as a replacement for so much in my cooking. Its taste is nice. It's, I don't know, it's veggie tasting, but not overbearingly so, and it seems to absorb a lot of the flavors, especially if you combine it with garlic. It really takes on that garlic taste, or if you combine it with, you know, chili or cumin. it picks up those stronger flavors quite easily. It melds well with oregano. So I'm exploring, you know, like I said, the avocado as well as mustards, to use that in sauce making. And I actually, as simple as this sounds, but it came out really, really tasty. I took a chicken thigh, I coated it with spicy mustard, a spicy brown mustard, and then rolled it with a little bit of cumin and red pepper flakes, and that was actually really, really good. I ended up baking it, and just like you typically would bake chicken thigh, and that held a lot of flavor. It wasn't too mustardy, it wasn't too spicy. It was really a nice flavor, one that isn't my typical kind of flavor profile, would you say? I don't even know. But anyway, so what am I talking about as far as my food tolerances? I made frozen pizza. I know I shy away from processed foods a lot, but honestly, I made my daughter frozen pizza. I didn't feel like cooking, and I went into the cupboard to make myself something, and I didn't like anything in there, and I went to the fridge and I said, "Plah!" And so, you know, those little tiny Celeste pizzas, I ended up eating 2 slices, and I'm not talking about cutting it into quarters. I'm talking about cutting it into quarters, eighths. So if you've ever seen a Celeste pizza, you know that they're small, and I had, you know, eighth. So very small pieces of pizza, and they went down okay. I did feel like I ate a lot. So the belly was heavy, but it didn't make me break out in sweats. I wasn't uncomfortable. I wasn't laying on the floor, nothing like that, where normally it would send me. I am having a harder time again with tomatoes. My fallback has been chili. But of course that has my homemade tomato sauce in it, which has nothing like as far as sugars or anything really like that. But the tomatoes are wreaking a little bit of havoc on my belly, so I'm going to stay away from that, and I'm going to try to make a couple of, bean and lentil soups and see if that can, you know, hold me over. I'm really loving the soups. It's been a good place for me ever since I had the VSG, to fall back on soups. No matter what, it's healthy feeling, it's good feeling. You can stop when you're full. You don't feel like you need to take that last spoonful as you would, I need to take that last bite of whatever it is that you're eating. So soups are really easy for me. And I do have a passion for the egg drop soup from the Chinese restaurant, and I have my own scallions, so I just cut those up on top of it, and it's so good. And if I'm feeling frisky, then I even put water chestnuts or some mushrooms into it, make it my own little num-num creation. But yeah, it makes me very happy. Let's see, what else? Here's a big one. Like a week ago, I decided to make chocolate chip cookies. You know, typical homemade chocolate chip cookies. And anybody who's made them knows that there's not just plain sugar, but there's also brown sugar that you put into the dough, and then you combine that with the chocolate chips. So chocolate chip cookies are extremely sugary. So something that back even a couple of months ago I couldn't tolerate at all, I actually was able to eat a cookie. Now granted, it was delicious. It was scrumdiddlyumptious. It was so tasty, right? That I hoofed the whole thing down, and it was gone, right? I ate it. really fast. Well, fast compared to what I normally do. Normally it takes me about a half hour to eat either that or, 5 minutes, because after my third bite I'm just bleh, all done. So I still can't eat a lot. But anyway, regarding said cookie, I ate the whole cookie, and it wasn't too big. It was just, a normal size cookie. I ate that, and I ended up, it felt like I had just left an all-you-can-eat Chinese food buffet that I've been at for 5 hours. I mean, I had the sweats. My stomach was so full that I had to lay down on the cold kitchen floor because I just needed the cold because it was hot, and oh, so that was not good. But you think after an episode like that, right, where I'm on the floor, can you tell me why the next day I went back into the bag of chocolate chip cookies? Yeah, I got smarter that time. I broke the cookie into 4 pieces and I ate, one piece at a time. And it took me like a half the day to eat a cookie. But I did not get sick, so I did that for, 6 more days. So I had a cookie for a whole week, 1 cookie a day. And I was completely fine with it. No guilt over eating the cookie at all. But I think that once you have lost, the weight that you need to lose. So, here I have a healthy BMI. I'm happy at the weight I'm at. I'm actually a little bit uncomfortable with how thin I am. I wouldn't mind gaining a few pounds, to be absolutely honest, but I'm not complaining or anything. It's just I'm touching my own body, and it's very bony, and like I laid on my side last night and I had an itch on the side, and I could feel, excuse me, a lot, all of my ribs, and then I felt my pelvis, and I could actually put my thumb inside and rub the inner part of my pelvis bone, not inner as in towards my inner thigh, but up on my hip, on the side of me, and that is a little too thin for me. I was honestly uncomfortable with that, and that's my own body. Summer is here. Well, not summer, but the warmer weather is here in New England. I thought it would never get here. Today it's going to be like 84, and then tomorrow, guess what? It's going to be like 84. I'm so happy about that. Got my little veggies growing that I popped them out from seeds. I was so nervous that I was going to lose them with all the cold weather, but they're popped up and they're growing, and I can't wait to get them into the ground because my peas are growing like little mad crazy pea people. Okay, so yeah, tank tops are here. Loose excess skin is really showing, and you know what, I'm going to be absolutely honest with you people who are all about, oh, the loose skin and blah 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 blah. I'm going to say, you know what, it isn't as attractive as, it isn't to the eye as aesthetic as a nice supple arm. But on a personal level, because this is my body, I would rather have the excess skin than the excess weight on my body, because I have more energy. I feel a lot more confident. I'm a lot more comfortable with my own body than I was before. I am also a lot more critical about how my body looks than I was before as well. When I'm at home, I'll just swipe on the makeup and stuff like that. But if I'm going out and like out anywhere, I need to have time to do my makeup, to dress appropriate, to find, I'm taking a lot more time for myself, and that is actually rubbing off on my daughter. So it's really cute to see us both primping before we go anywhere. So it's very cute. But as you can tell today, it's a stay-home day, and I'm actually been going in and out to work and set up my garden to get it all ready for the plants to go in there. So I'm happy about the warm weather. Okay, so let's see. I've talked about my stats. I've talked about life being chaotic, my weight, my pounds as far as that goes, has been kind of fluctuating a little bit, but nothing more than a pound one way or another. The tolerances of the foods, yes. So I say to everybody who's at this stage that it's pretty much at this point, you really want to concentrate on everything that you've learned thus far about nutrition and how your specific body works and feels regarding different foods that it's happy with, and try to maintain that if you're happy at the weight that you're at. If you're still looking to lose, well, then you know what works for your body as well. So continue that path. But me right here, I think I'm on the maintenance phase. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm doing. So I will definitely bip in next week for my monthly. It's not going to be much of, hey, how have I done this month? But it's going to just pretty much be measurements at this stage of the game. Again, that'll be week 48 next week. So I thank you all for watching, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much, and have a great week. Bye.